Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about a process through which we can easily change our directory to a directory which contains space. Okay, and this is very important trick because when we are working for a project, then there might be some kind of directories which contains a space. Okay, so the moment when you try to use cd command directly on those directory, it will give error. Okay, so to fix that out, I'll show you some example, and we'll try to use some of the ways to just change the directory to that directory which contains spaces. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss in this session. Command is quite short, command is quite simple, but the main thing is scenario. We should know what is the scenario, what are the those conditions where we are supposed to change the directory to such cases. Okay, so let's start with the basic thing first. First of all, I'll show you some examples of the directory where those names are presented. Okay, so let me go to my screen. Here, what we can do, we can use work command, work lnk command, work lnk. So what it will do, the moment when you hit enter here, it will take you to this screen where it shows the name work with object links. Okay, now on this screen, if I scroll it down, it will show you some directories, and here you can see there are three directories at the bottom. So let's discuss one by one each directory. What will happen if we try to navigate our directory from /home/sharmit to these three directories? Okay, so let's see. I'm just writing it here for at the time being. Later we will discuss on Qshell as well. Okay, so let's say my present working directory is /home/sharmit. So in this case, what will happen if I try to change my directory to tag sharmit dir tag? Then it is quite simple. What you need to do, just simply write cd, then space, and then you can write sharmit, then slash. Sorry, here we need to write sharmit /home, then Sharmit, then your directory name, which is Sharmit dir tech. Okay, so this is the command which we can run, and it will for sure change your directory to this particular directory. Fine, this is okay. Similarly, if you would like to go for this directory, you can simply change your directory name to tech Sharmit, and it will work accordingly as expected. Spelling mistake is there, tech and Sharmit. Okay, there is no problem. We can simply use the cd space /home/sharmit/tech/sharmit. But the moment when we are supposed to change our directory to this type of directory which contains extra space in between the words, right? So the moment when you try to hit the command in this way, let's say if you want to run this command testing, then space and dir, where d is capital and ir. So if you try to hit this command, for sure it will give you error, because here you are trying to pass multiple argument or unnecessary argument, and that's the reason it will give error. Then how to do such navigation, how to change the directory? Let's see. So this is the main purpose. I think requirement is clear. Now we are good to discuss the command, like how we can simply change our directory to a directory which contains the space. As I always tell you, like we are discussing basic commands, right? But scenarios are very important. In projects you will find such difficulties and it will take our time, right? So better to practice those scenario, better to go through all these things prior to facing those situations. Okay, that's why we are discussing each and everything in a separate session. So let me take F3 from here. Fine. So for Qshell, what we will do, we will write here QSH, then take F4. Okay. Now here, if you check with pwd command, it is showing /home/sharmit, which is our present working directory. Likewise, if I write here cd, and let me show you the example first, cd, then space, then /home/sharmit/tech/sharmit. So it will work. Okay, because we are providing the correct data, and if I hit enter here, you can see it has been executed successfully. Now if I do what we can say pwd, so it will show that my present working directory has been changed from /home/sharmit to /home/sharmit/tech/sharmit. Fine. But the moment when I try to use the same command for different path which contains the directory with a space, then it will give error. Let's try that. Sharmit and then home, then Sharmit, then space, and after that we are supposed to put the directory name, so which is testing dir. So testing dir. Okay, now if I hit enter, you can see it is giving us error. Error is too many arguments specified on command. Got it? So this is the reason we are discussing in this session how to deal with it. So for such situation, we have various ways to use it. Let me show you each and everything. Okay, so let's say I want to execute this. So what I can do, I can simply put single quote on the directory name which contains space. So will it work? Let's see. So if I hit enter now, you can see directory has been changed. It means if you put the single quote in present of the directory name which contains the space, then it will work for you. Okay, but there might be another question. What will happen if I try to put entire command in a single quote? Will it work in that case also? Let's verify. So what I will do, I will put this entire location in a single quote. So you can see cd space single quote, then /home/sharmit/testing dir, then simply hit enter. The moment when you hit enter, it will show you the $sign. It means the command has been executed successfully. Okay, so let's verify it with vwd, and you can see our directory has been changed to /home/sharmit and testing dir. Okay, so I think now it is clear to you that whenever we want to change the directory to a name where to a directory which contains the space, then you can do it by simply using the single quotes. Okay, now one more thing is there. Will it work if I try to put the letters in capital? Let's say if I want to make it as testing dir, so will it work same or give some error? Let's see. Now if I do pwd, still it is working. It means you can provide any name, but it should be correct, because if you try to put something which is not even exist, then it will give error. Let's see if I make it as testing triple D, and if I hit enter here, it is giving error. Why? Because error found changing to directory /home/sharmit testing ddd, because this is not present, right? Okay, so these are the way through which we can easily identify whether through which we can easily navigate to a directory which contains space. Clear? Fine. So I think now we are good with the command. Now I'll tell you how we can utilize this in CL program, because today in CL program you might find something tricky. So for that, let's jump to the CL program. In CL program, I have created a program to change directory with space. Okay, so for that you just need to declare variable. So for declaring the variable, you can simply write dcl, then take F4, provide variable name, then type, then storage and length. So variable name is command, type is character, storage is auto, length is 256. So variable has been declared. After that, you can use chgvar command in order to change your variable data. So my variable name is command, value is cd, then simply write plus to change the line. Then take care of this thing. First you need to put a single quote here, then cd, then space plus, then double quote /home/sharmit/testing dir, then double quote and then single quote. So what it will do, it will set your command into the variable command. Same thing you can check with by taking F4 as well. Okay, then what we are supposed to do, we have to start the command. So for that you can simply write strqsh, provide your variable name, and we are good with it. Okay, so overall what we did, we just created one variable, set the command. Here we are using plus because we are changing line. In single quote, to specify the path, we are using double quote, otherwise it will give error because we are using single quote in single quote. Okay, so make sure to use double quote in single quote. Okay, then we are good with the program, and it's time to compile it and see the output. So once you compile it, it is compiled and call. The moment it calls, it called successfully. That's why we are not getting any kind of error. So it means our program has been successfully worked. Okay, so that's why I think it is clear to all of you. I hope everything is clear and we got the solution for the issues that we discussed. And in the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit.